I would just like to start this video with the complete and the real Sanskrit definition of the word sutra. This can mean a rule or aphorism in Sanskrit literature. It also means a string, a thread, or a knot in Sanskrit. That's literally what the word means. Karma, of course, we know is basically your infinite spiral in oneself. It just is basically, I'm going to read it from the actual definition: the sum of a person's actions in previous states of existence viewed as deciding their fate in future existences. And that is the basic definition of karma. But we all have different, views. So with that being said, your Karma Sutras are your knots or your hiccups in your existence or your physical reality that inhibit you from moving past your point of existence that you are in today. So, say for instance, you get into multiple relationships throughout your lifetime. If there is a sutra or a knot that you didn't properly get to work out and completely loosen, then your karma comes back and it is stuck at that knot until you completely unloosen that knot, if you think about it that way. And this is the reason why a lot of times in our lives we see ourselves in the exact same predicament, but a few years later, or a few weeks later, a few months later. Why, even though there's a different person, it's the same exact experience. It's just the same person, but just a different name and a different face, basically, is what we can say. And this is the reason why. It's because you have things or kinks, whether they were in this life or your past life, that you have not worked out as of yet, and you are trying to work out, but you either don't know that these are things that you need to be working on, or you do know, but you just don't know how to work on these things. So that is what Karma Sutras are. So when we're talking about that is basically something mental that you're going to have to overcome that manifests in the physical plane. So myofascial trigger points are basically trigger points in your physical body. Well, let me go back and say this. The myofascial basically is your muscles and your connective tissues. So these are basically trigger points in your body that are tense or have knots in them. If you've ever been to a massage therapist or you've ever had physical therapy, and they're giving you a massage or anything like that, they're going to say, oh, you're really tense here, or you have a knot here. That's because these are trigger points in your body where this tension, where this life tension and buildup resides. And yes, things that happen to you mentally, because thoughts are reality. We all know that. And thoughts 100% manifest on the physical plane, no matter what. Even if it's the most minute thought to the largest thought ever in existence, it always manifests physically. So when we're talking about this, you have to realize that if you have not worked out these kinks mentally and spiritually to get past these points, and you see yourself revolving, which is your karma, you are revolving around this exact same instance, whether it be in this life, your next life, in this life, but in another year, in this life, but in another month, but with another partner in another existence. That's because these kinks have not been moved out and pushed out, and the tension then starts to manifest in your physical body as a knot. It can manifest as a tumor. It can manifest as cancer. It can manifest as disease. And a lot of times when we have these instances, And the only reason why we know we have these things is because we feel tense and like a tension in like maybe our left arm or our right leg, our lower back. We have heart problems. Our heart literally physically always feels heavy and we're short of breath all the time. We always have migraines. And when you say, for instance, don't know that these things can manifest in your physical body, you can go your whole life not ever, you know, going through the motions to try to relieve yourself from this mental stress while your physical stress is building up, and by that time it's too late because you've already manifested the disease. So this is why it's very important to if you're already at the physical stage of the disease, to treat yourself and get a massage. You don't even have to, just find someone that is willing to give you a massage if you don't have the money. You know, even if it's someone who is a friend, a relative, anyone who's willing to do that for you. And a lot of times if you have caring people around you, I know some of us don't, and it's, you know, very unfortunate that a lot of us don't feel like we have that in our lives where we can ask someone, hey, can you please do this for me, because I really just feel tension right now and I really just need this stress relief. And I really encourage you to just get out there and make new friends, and don't be afraid to, you know, reach people and teach people and help people, because when you do that, people always want to reach, teach, and help you. So, and not to get too far off of subject, but, you know, just to give you a little example, you know, if you don't have money, you can just ask someone to, hey, give you a quick massage here to help you release some tension. Also, a good thing to do is yoga. Now, I would not suggest typing in Karma Sutra yoga on Google, okay? Don't do it. I did it and I got something that I did not want to see. Even though I already knew what Karma Sutras were, I was just looking for maybe pictures to post on this, video. But of course, I will go ahead and keep this video real blank because there's nothing that, anyone wants to see there. But so yes, so to go back to what I was saying, basically, if you cannot get a massage, then I would recommend doing yoga. If you can afford to go to a yoga class, look up yoga videos. There's yoga videos everywhere on YouTube. If you're not a video person, listen to meditation music. You can also download audiobooks that are completely free. They have them free out there now that kind of instruct you on what poses to take and what postures to take in order to relieve yourself of that stress. And they have them for different areas of your body. They have them for the chakras. So these are just a few little things that you can do in order to relieve your physical body of that stress, so that you do not have to, so that you can literally physically release it. And then once it's physically released, it'll be a lot easier to emotionally release. That's why a lot of times after doing yoga or after doing, getting a massage, you feel refreshed, you feel energized, you feel so much better than you did coming in, is because and a lot of times, oh my gosh, I've seen in class people literally start breaking down and crying because these trigger points have been released during certain poses. So it's a very spiritual experience. And I'm not just saying this, you can literally look this up. There are people who literally have to leave the class or are literally sitting on the mat crying because, they're in the fetal position, or they're in butterfly and their legs are open as a woman, and you've had trauma in that area of your life. Your father was never around. You got sexually molested, and you're opening these parts of your body up. And now you see that everything is okay, and this tension actually gets to be released. And that's what it's all about. It's just about meshing your physical self with your spiritual higher self at all costs. It's about becoming the best version of yourself you can be, and the best way that you can do that is doing it for free, honestly. And any type of healing, any type of anything that you hear about, you're like, oh my gosh, like I can't afford that. if you study it and do enough research, there are a million ways that you can heal your body and a million ways that you can do things better for your own body than anyone else can do for you, because you know your body, you are inside of your body, and there are certain things that you know that you might not even be able to tell anyone or don't want to tell anyone. And even deeper than that, you are inside of your body, so you know where things hurt and what things have hurt you physically and mentally. So that's just a little side note. No one can heal your body like you can. That's what I always have to say. So just use your intuition and use your mind and use your knowledge, and know that no matter what, you always have your back. No matter what, the ancestors always have your back. Your higher self always has your back, because you are your higher self. So don't limit yourself to this existence. Know that if you meditate on these things, you can heal your body of any illness and any disease. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.